All right, we welcome in the Hall of Famer Brian Bailey to this Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. What's up, BB?
Not a whole lot, kind of a rainy, dreary day,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm trying to put some smiles on some people's faces.
Well, I'll put a smile on your face. I'm sorry I missed you last week, and do you want to rag me about the Cowboys?
You saw our Cowboys play on Sunday, didn't you? There's not a lot of ragging going on.
Yeah, my team took a L last night, so looks like it's once again going to be the Eagles division.
That's going to be a fun game on Christmas Day when two mediocre teams have a pillow fight.
I was so excited that we'd get some good on good this year, maybe Cowboys Commanders, and I don't think it's going to happen.
And those are fun years whenever they're battling for the NFC East and that kind of thing. But still a lot of football. But Dallas's defense, Dallas's offense just can't keep up. They can't score 100 points, and it's just not going to work out that way. So, and I thought the Commanders played well in the first half. They had Kansas City frustrated.
Got the ball across the 50 4 times and had 7 points to show for it.
Well,
it was just you can't, Mahomes ain't going to give you but so many chances. And
right. He's so good.
2 early picks,
Yeah.
and to do nothing with them was that was pretty much it.
I was playing Meador in our fantasy league, and he had me by like 20 points, and I had Mahomes. And in the first half, he had a -3.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going to catch up with him. And then I finally
He ended
beat
up
him.
throwing
Yeah.
a few.
I beat him like 149 to 120 or something.
Take that,
My
Meador.
God. Take that, Meador.
Panthers fans were excited for a few weeks, and then the Bills came to
Man.
town and kind of put them in their place.
And that's what the
but-
Cowboys should have done to the Panthers. I don't understand. The Cowboys should have gone into Charlotte, beat their butts.
I understand.
What's that?
You're not the Bills.
Oh, I know. I'm not
Okay,
saying we're the
okay,
Bills.
all right.
I'm just saying that's what the Cowboys should have done. No, I'm not saying that the Cowboys, Josh Allen, I'd take him in a heartbeat. The Bills are a much better football team, but I just think the Cowboys should have taken care of business.
Yeah. We talked about it
Football
yesterday.
gets you in a heartbeat. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm helping you understand.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
said you
I need
didn't
some understanding. You sound like Melissa now. I'm trying to help you understand.
How's Hurricane Melissa doing?
Oh, my goodness. I said that on the air the other night. And my in-laws sent me a text. I go, you're in trouble when you get home. But Melissa didn't see it. So.
Yeah, that's a doozy down there. I just saw
I'm
in,
telling you, she can be.
Well, I was talking about the storm.
I'm not, my bad. And she loves some Clip Brock, too, so she might hear this. Yeah.
Shout out, Melissa.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a tropical storm in my book.
Yeah. You're just.
I don't know if that's better or
You're
worse.
just a little breezy afternoon.
Rough weather around here. Hopefully it clears up by Friday because you previewed
It's
Rose
supposed to
Conley
be. Yeah.
on your show.
It's supposed to be nicer on Friday. So, and we've had Jerry Jackson keeps joking with us on the air that this has been the best by far Friday nights.
Yeah.
For touchdown. We haven't had one week. We did have a little rain like on Friday night, but it was just scattered, and I think I got wet, but a lot of people didn't. But it was no big deal. Everybody played. Because you know how frustrating it is when teams start moving games around.
Well, there's been some weeks where you could barely have a Friday.
Right. And you played a lot of games on Thursday, then you try to slide it over to Friday to have a show. But this year it's been great.
Hopefully
Absolutely.
that continues,
Yep.
and we get some good games coming up this weekend. And speaking of the Brian Bailey Show, Casey Keeler, the head coach of Temple, was on, and that guy, what he's doing at Temple is awesome, but he's a star off the field. Awesome interview, easy for you to talk with, and I really enjoyed him on the show.
Yeah, and I met him in Charlotte, and I knew that he was super nice then. And so I contacted the folks at Temple, and they set it up. And really, and some coaches won't do interviews like that. They'll do their own media, but they don't want to, get out and do stuff like that. But he was very good, very gracious, and I think he's got you think about some of the stats that go with that game. They've played 8 games so far this year, 5-3, 3-1 in the American. They've turned it over one time.
That's crazy.
One time. And their quarterback has 21 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions. That's just nuts.
That's got to change this weekend. And
If the Pirates are going to win, it's got to change.
Yeah, I loved him talking about 50-50 games, and this feels like a 55-45 game maybe in ECU's favor, but it's about a 50-50. You're going on the road, and it's going to be that sleepy environment at the Link, and it's one that the Pirates need going into the year. When you do your W's and L's, you probably had it as a W. It looks a lot tougher going into it than we thought.
Yeah, and I think when you do what you just said, you look at what's left for East Carolina, and Charlotte. We always want to put a W down, but it kind of twists its way to make it an L. But hopefully this year the Pirates can take care of business against those 49ers. But then you got UTSA in Florida Atlantic, and Memphis before that at home, and you kind of go WL, but. They've still got a lot of opportunities to get some W's.
Yeah, and I mean Memphis beating South Florida. This is a very crucial week in the American. I'm really watching Navy and North Texas. North Texas is a favorite at home against undefeated Navy.
Yeah,
and then you got UTSA hosting Tulane, and Navy and Tulane have 0 losses right now. So. Something to keep an eye on. There could be a lot of one-loss teams in the American.
And you think about what Navy did in their game against Temple. I mean, they get the 2-point conversion and they win the game. They could have lost the game if they didn't get the 2. And I think, and I've tried to go back and research this, but I think wasn't it a situation that Temple had a chance to kick a field goal and decided not to try the field goal like before that, and that gave Navy the football back. I tried to read up. I tried to read up on it. I tried to look. I looked at the highlights of the American, but it seemed like it was something weird like that they were talking about. But I know that Navy came right down, and the quarterback ran up the middle, I think, for a long touchdown run, and that put Temple behind the 8 ball. But I think Temple's really good. I think it's going to be a very tough game for East Carolina.
Yeah, and Temple has been good at times. We talked about it yesterday. They beat East Carolina 6 straight times from 14 to 19.
Yeah.
ECU has won 4 in a row since then. So the series has swayed depending on basically who Temple has had as a head coach. They went through that run of great head coaches, and it looks like they got another good one now. And did not expect Temple to be this good this quick, but in 2025 you can really – change your whole dynamic in 1 year, one off season.
And you think of Temple and what they did with Tulsa, and that may be why the spread is what it is, because the Pirates, manhandled Tulsa pretty good, and then, Temple struggled. So last spread you saw 4.5?
Yeah, that's the last thing I saw.
That's a lot.
Pirates road favorite.
Yeah, that's a lot on the road.
Well, and man, this Pirate team, I'm a little worried about this, Bailey. Last time they came off a bye, they scored 0 points in the first half against Tulane the next time out. Coach Keeler even talked about sometimes you worry with the 16-day layoff if you're going to come out flat. You're definitely going to be rested, which is good, and hopefully healthier, but I am worried about the Pirates coming out flat again like they did last time off a bye.
Yeah, and is it coming out flat? Is it coming out with rust this time? Because, it has been 16 days. You do worry about that. And what you want to see is they come out crisp and they're hitting it on all cylinders and boom, 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 get down in the end zone, score a touchdown, and they're off and running. That's what Blake Harrell wants to see for sure.
Yeah, and it's just a monster game for ECU. Try to get to 3-1 in league play with Charlotte coming up, and I know this is different than years past. ECU beat Charlotte this year.
This is different. By golly.
No Biff, no Mike Houston. It's a different ball game.
Yeah. I just don't know what the problem is. Charlotte's not very good, but
the Biffer had our number.
He did. He had it.
No sleeves, but 2 wins against ECU.
I read somewhere he might be the leading candidate for the AD job there. Did you see that?
Where?
Charlotte.
I hope so.
Yeah.
He'll take him right into the dump if he is. Where is he? Is he still at Michigan?
Yeah, I watched the Washington game 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I know that ain't who I think it is. I said that twice because I saw Jake Garcia on the sideline. He had his helmet on and everything. And I was like, that's Jake Garcia.
Yeah.
They make Biff wear sleeves there, though, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's just cold.
Like J-Bone's voice goes up. That's Jake Garcia.
Hey.
Yeah, I like that.
That's little Jake Garcia.
Little emphasis.
Brian Bailey here on a Tuesday. Bailey, what else we got? We got volleyball you're following?
Yeah, we got volleyball tonight. Aiden Grifton. We've got Conley and Rose, all 3 at home, all 3 in the Eastern Finals. They all 3 were top seeds in their classifications. And it's, as I've said a couple of times, I mean, when you have 8 classes, you're gonna have teams that go to the state finals that we're gonna really struggle to get video for. And that's disheartening to me because I think that every team that plays for a state championship should be covered by the local station. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Hopefully they're all 3 win. They're all 3. I think Conley would play Friday afternoon, which would alter our Friday night schedule coming up this week. But you just got to wait and see what happens. Conley plays Cardinal Gibbons, and Cardinal Gibbons has gotten him before, so we'll see what happens there.
Well, Bailey, this time next Tuesday, we'll be chatting and previewing ECU basketball.
Yes, we will.
Jared thinks they're going to the NCAA tournament. I think they'll go 500 in non-conference and maybe win a few in league play and not be good this year. So where help us out. What side are you on?
I think they're a little better than what you're saying, and a little worse than what you're saying. I'm going to go right in the middle.
Okay.
I think they've got. I really like the way Mike Schwartz says he really likes his team, because I think if they were really bad, I don't think he comes out. If he'd seen things at practice that he knows. No. I buy into some of the coach speak, and I think that he really sincerely likes his basketball team. And I think if they didn't have any talent, he wouldn't like them.
Disagree.
All
Every
right.
coach likes their team before they start.
I think some coaches don't like their team.
I would love to hear a coach one time say,
Well, he's not going to say I
don't
don't
really like
them,
this team.
but he's not going to smile at the camera and say how much he loves them.
all right.
They all don't do that.
I love Jay Shane. I think he's going to have a big year.
I think he's going to have a big year. I think he's really, really good. The kid that came over from Mason, I can't wait to watch him play, because I was really impressed in the Mason game last year. I mean, I just started, after a few trips down, I was like, man, that guy is big, and he's taking the ball to the basket. We need somebody like that, and now we got him.
Well, you better be ready to say his name next week. Gio Emma Juru.
I'm still practicing.
Emma Juru. Easy.
Emma Juru.
I dated a girl named Emma Juru back in the day.
Did you really?
No, I didn't. But Emma
I can see
Juru.
clip with Emma Juru. She was 6'12".
Took her to the prom. Her head was out of the picture. Out of our prom picture. Emma Juru.
Emma Juru.
But hey, I'm a big basketball fan. I'm ready to see him on the court.
Well, you got to be more optimistic then. If you're a big basketball fan, you don't have to be so pessimistic.
I don't, but I've watched this team play my whole life.
Hey, me too, brother.
Okay.
Mike Steele used to joke, Jeff Charles deserved to be in the Hall of Fame because he played. He had to watch some teams play some bad basketball.
Well,
all those years, and
you could be like
Steele coached some of those teams.
You could be like me and be a dark cloud, or you could be like Cy Seymour, who's seen every game and is still positive enough.
He is,
and he thinks that they're
Cy
going to be
Seymour,
good.
yeah.
But and look, Clip. Georgia Southern's good. Yesterday he said everybody's good. So
he always says everybody's good. Yeah. I love some Cy Seymour.
He's
now.
the man.
He's a good guy.
Oh, you really do love him, right? He was, you know what he said? He was chanting, "We want 50 for the Broncos on Sunday."
Oh, was he really?
Yeah,
he's not that great a guy.
I knew that could turn.
He should have been chanting, "We want 8 for Monday night."
One more point would have been
exactly.
nice if we could have got it and lost 28-8. Oh man, Brian Bailey joining us here. How's Meador doing? I know he stayed up late last night.
Oh, I haven't talked to him today. I was going to check in on him. He's probably still sleeping. But
how about that
game last night, because I was joking at the station and I said, look, we can get in the truck and I can listen to it on the way home, and then I can maybe watch an inning or two. Or then it got to be like, man, I'm going to bed.
So I had it on. I think if people ask me, I'll say I saw the end because I kind of saw Freddie rounding the bases. Maybe I kept waking up and going back to sleep, but yeah, I couldn't make the whole thing.
I couldn't do it. And then I woke up. I think I fell asleep in like the 11th. Woke up in like the 14th. And I said, well, I'll watch the rest of it. In the 15th, I was back asleep.
And
18 innings.
They're
That's
gonna go at it
unbelievable.
again tonight.
Yeah, and that was nuts. But there was some good baseball played in that game too. Some great relay throws and just neat stuff that you don't see every day.
Vlad made a great defensive play. The second baseman for the Dodgers made a lot of guys getting thrown out at third and second and home, big plays. We'll see if Trey goes again. So tonight will be game 4.
Tonight's game 4.
Trey, maybe game 5, game 6.
Yeah, I would think it may be game 5.
Yeah.
And it's so neat to see him, what he's been able to do now, because he was on the one of the pregame shows for baseball and talking about Austin Knight and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, the fact that we all in this room have lived Trey Savage in college and watched him and knew he had a special talent. None of us would have ever thought, even the Toronto brass could have never thought that he'd start in low A and ended up pitching in the World Series. That's just he could write a book right now.
Yeah. Just fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Brian Bailey joining us. Awesome edition of the Brian Bailey Show. Check it out. Hoping Nate Connor can put it on them Rose Rapids, but big Will Bland fan as well.
I am too.
I hate that all the Rose coaches are so. You kind of talked about it on your show.
Yeah.
Even though there's a rivalry, they're just the great people involved. But RV and Will Bland are almost impossible to hate.
Clay
so.
Medlin over there,
Yeah, great guy.
all the guys. It's really neat because like I said, all my kids, my 2 children went to Conley. Melissa's 2 children, Storm and Bella both went to Conley. My stepchildren, so all of us went to Conley. But if I think it was Bella was working somewhere, and I think it was RV, and she came home and she said, "I saw that coach." I said, "What coach?" She goes, "I don't know his name. He's got a green shirt on." I said, all right. I said, that narrows it down. But it turned out, I think, to be RV. But, yeah, this just great folks.
Classy gentlemen. All right, BB. Speaking of classy gentlemen, thank you for joining us today.
How about that? He's trying to get on my good side since his Commodores are struggling so bad. But my Cowboys are struggling, too. So, who do you think's going to finish higher?
How the Raiders doing?
They're struggling worse.
We somehow found a way to lose the bye week. Signing damn Tyler Lockett.
You got to go to the Ruffin McNeil quote there, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, at least we're not the Raiders, Bailey.
At least we're not the Raiders.
All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you, BB.
All right, thank you.